Let's talk about Belle Delphine. Like me, you guys may know her from the viral video going around of her sticking her tongue out or mimicking the hit or miss meme. Anyways, it was plastered in my sidebar for a while and I finally found out who she was. Turns out there's quite a bit of tea on this girl and it's pretty problematic. So, who's Belle? Belle is a 19-year-old cosplayer known for her Mimi, is that a word now? Videos, sexually suggestive content, and her tongue. That's about it, to be honest. With that said, let's just hop right into the tea. Photoshopping. Like most Instagram girls, Belle photoshops her photos like crazy. You can mostly tell in her face, where her eyes become huge, skin pale, jawline shaved, and nose non-existent because of the crazy blur. She also photoshops herself to look thinner, again, not unusual, but still unhealthy promotion for young girls who believe that what she portrays is real. Attitude. Belle is very passive-aggressive. Her fans tend to pass it off as savage or humor, but it really just boils down to passive-aggressive behavior. She also uses lampshading a lot, calling herself a whore or a thought. This will tie into her community and fans later on. Speaking of fans, let's talk about her Patreon. She gets a few thousands on her Patreon page for sexually suggestive photos, behind the scenes, shoutouts, the typical e-girl stuff. These photos are often leaked early on, and they're not something I'd pay $25 a month for. Now, I don't mind girls working off of Patreon, but I do want to showcase a screenshot here that is pretty hypocritical. In a conversation, Belle says this: "You can still survive on a minimum wage job. Why would places pay more than minimum wage for a job that can be done by literally anyone? It's not a skilled job. If you want to be paid more, you have to go into a skilled job." Not gonna elaborate on that one further. Selling other girls' nudes. Belle sold other girls' nudes for profit when she was 17. She was found out and explained everything to another girl, I believe her name is Katrina, through DMs. Receipts will be linked below as there are a lot of them. I will be showcasing a few, but this goes on for a while, and the girl who Belle is talking to is kind of an ass, not gonna lie. She acts very high and mighty and drags things out way too long. What's really important though is what Belle explains, certain things she says, and the screenshots she shares. Basically, Belle explains that she had no idea whose nudes were being sold, as she wasn't the one who directly sold them. She was offered to work with a man she refuses to name for personal reasons. He promised her money by selling other girls' nudes with her name attached on Facebook. It's kind of a complicated situation. Let's go through the receipts. You may need to pause to read them.
Started acting strange, had my life in my own hand. Meanwhile, I was wasting time, thinking things were fine, but you had other plans. Behind your weak disguise, all the worthless lies was wrong, and now I know. Don't think that I won't try, this is not goodbye.
Belle explains to the girl that she's talking to that the guy was extremely manipulative and she doesn't want to expose him due to not wanting anything to do with him anymore. I believe this is true, and I think it's smart not to name him, but looking at the screenshots, she could have easily said no and blocked him or reported him to the police. She didn't, however, because she wanted the money for her trip to Venice, which she solidifies in her DMs. She was a 17-year-old, almost 18-year-old girl, fully capable of realizing how wrong this was, yet she went through with scamming men with nudes from other girls. She knew what she was doing and had no reason to go through with it. I think it would be nice for her to come out and explain this further, perhaps apologize to the girls as well, who I will not be naming. Her fans. What a perfect segue. Her fans are, for the most part, what you'd expect. Here's a screenshot. A lot of them are there not for her, but for her suggestive and sexual photos. This is a pretty obvious thing, but worth mentioning regardless. They buy this funny, memey, quirky girl attitude she puts on under all those filters. Basically, because she's attractive and knows a few memes, it's fine that she has a few scandals under her belt and a less than savory attitude. I understand being there solely for someone's aesthetic, but it's pretty problematic if she can get away with things just because she's pretty. A few extra things. She allegedly started posting sexually suggestive things on Facebook around the age of 16. I'm not going to post any of that here for obvious reasons. Her ex tried to blackmail someone who started a meme, not sure the details on that one due to hearsay, but here are the screenshots. A lot of her cosplays are lazy with the same pink wig, but again, I feel like that's just a staple to these types of girls for easy money. I think that's about all for this video. As always, do not harass Belle or anyone I speak about in my videos. I don't think she's a bad person, but a lot of things these girls do bother me, as well as the fact most of them get away with it due to their popularity or looks. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Bye guys!